Yes. Hello there. How are you? I'm Mike from Creator Magic, and it's really exciting to be here. It'd be super nice if those wonderful people in Mountain View could consider occasionally dropping new features during the evening. That'd be super cool for us UK people, the other side of the pond. But take a look at this. Gemini CLI has been launched, an open source AI agent. If Google do this right, Claude Code really have something to be keeping their eye on. Let's just say that this is incredible because it's free and we're going to test it out. So essentially, all of that goodness from Google Gemini Pro 2.5 is available now at the command line to make any app you wish if you're technically minded. What can we pick up from their launch post that just went out a few hours ago as I do this live stream presently? Well, we can tell that it's powerful, it's open source, and it runs in your terminal at no cost. You see that with security in mind. Gemini 2.5 Pro by default, large context window, that means 1 million tokens. Oh, wow. Google are killing it again. Now, let's take a look at the limits here. We've got 60 model requests a minute. 60 requests a minute. I mean, I can't think of an application I'll be using that many requests. Plus, you'll be able to do 1,000 model requests for free per day. That's generous. And they're open sourcing it. It's free of charge. So I don't want to chat about it anymore, frankly. I want to try it. So I'm going to crack open the terminal on my Mac here and see if we can get some really good stuff going on. I'll follow there step by step. Let's see if we can actually organize this in a sort of nice logical way so I can install and also have instructions and other bits that may become handy to me on the screen as well. Let's make this a little bit smaller. Let's kind of go split screen developer coder view like so. So I guess I want to try this, and you should try it too. By the way, hi there, Viral. Nice to see you. Thanks to those of you joining who are curious right now. We're going to give it a go. So, okay, let's click through and have a look. Okay, so they've put the open source code out here on GitHub, which is amazing. And they've given a quick start. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all you have to do. Okay, so let's do it. First of all, you've got to have Node on your system, and they provide a handy-dandy link to do that. You just get it for any... I would go for the LTS version. That's long-term support rather than current, which I have that installed on my Mac. But you can, of course, use Windows or Linux if you want. All you got to do is just download Node, okay? There's a downloader here for Mac. And then, like you see, I've got a terminal open, and then I copy and paste this command over here. So let's do it. Copy, paste, boom. We get that Node spinning thing. Need to install the following packages. Google Gemini, Gemini-CLI, proceed, and I type Y. And away it goes and does its magic. And once that's all done, we'll oh, no, that's the second command. Alternatively, you can use this command. Well, I've just used that command, so I hope it works. Wow, that was quick. Okay, Google Gemini is installed. What I'm actually going to do, for the sake of my OCD, I'm actually going to move this. You see, I've got cursor open in the background as well. It's been a busy day. Can I tell you it's been a busy day. I really don't need to be making a video about Gemini CLI right now. I'd rather just be... chilling out in the British... No, actually, I love this stuff. That's why I'm doing it. Chilling out in the British sunshine, drinking an alcohol-free Corona. But anyway, enough said with that. We are here coding. So hi from Libya. Nice of you to join in on the live stream. So what I've got here is I've got my browser window and I've got my terminal window open, and we're going to be doing good stuff. I say it's been a busy day, and the reason why, and here's a quick plug for those of you coming in to learn about Gemini CLI. You'll just have to put up with 30 seconds of me talking about my new course, where you can ship your app in 4 weeks. Select a launch plan, join my cohort that's starting soon. Look at that, June 30th, Monday, June 30th. So that's next week we start learning together. It's a 4-week cohort, and the early bird pricing ends in just over 2 days. So you can save quite a bit of money. I'm not going to bore you with any more, but if you fancy building apps and you basically need a technically minded person sitting alongside you or holding your hand in the nicest possible way, of course, maybe that could be me. And you should definitely consider joining Ship Your App. We've got all the things on there. We've got like a little intro video about me, who am I, blah, 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 blah. Basically, if you're interested, the link is down below. I'm not going to bore you with any more of that, although you might be interested, and that's why you're here. Anyway. Let's go. So it took me one command to get Gemini CLI here, and I'm just going to go with the default. Actually, let's just scroll through these because this is cool. So what we got? Oh, traditional. Yep, Atom1, IU, default dark, Dracula. GitHub, yeah. Yeah, I'll just go with default. I'll just be boring. Actually, no, let's not be boring. Let's be, I don't know, what looks good? What looks good? Vote. Oh, don't worry. I'll just go for default. All right, so I got to log in with Google. I guess this is going to give me, okay, so that's popping me up my Google accounts. I can choose, I think I got to choose my personal Google account to log in with. And when that is signed in, I should be all connected up. Oh, it's done it actually. It says it's signed up and it's working. Okay, this is super, super cool. So ask questions, edit files, be specific, create a Gemini MD file to customize interactions, and /help for more information. This is good. It tells me how much context I've got left for the day, which is also handy. And we're using the latest Gemini 2.5 Pro model, which is my daily driver. I'm loving Gemini 2.5 Pro, by the way. Possibly for day-to-day work, not for coding. For day-to-day work, I'm probably using Gemini 2.5 Pro the most right now. Claude 4 definitely still has its place, and when I code, I use Sonnet and a little teensy piece of Opus because I haven't got the Max Pan. I'm calling from APIs, so it's all pay as you go. But this one is good. So actually, now I've done that and I know it works, I'm going to Control-C on my Mac and Control-C again to exit. And look, it gives you a little breakdown on how much you've spent. I love this. Agent powering down. Goodbye. Which is nice. And I'm actually going to CD into my downloads folder, and then I actually created, you see I'm prepared, Gemini CLI directory so I can go ahead and do my project. Because obviously this agent is context aware of where you're running it. And now all I need to do is type Gemini. Oh, I thought that's all I needed to do. How do I run it again? Once it's installed and I want to run it again, I've done the connection. Yeah, CD new project and type Gemini. But that didn't. Oh, I've done the npx install again. Oh, I know why. Have I got to install it? I've got to install it in the directory I'm working in. How silly. I've just installed it in my root user folder. So I'm installing. Do you have to install it in? Surely you can install it globally. I'm missing something here. Anyway, that's done. We're in. It's working. It's connected to my Google account, and we're going to have some fun. Now, Google feel like, even though it's like just past the summer solstice, I think they're feeling in Mountain View like it's Christmas Day today, because not only have they dropped this super juicy Gemini CLI, but they dropped something else just the other day, actually, I think. Where was that? Let me find it. I've got a load of browser windows open. Imagen 4 is now available in Gemini API and Google AI Studio. This is nuts. So that's a blog from yesterday. And Imagen 4 is really cool. I mean, look at some of these examples. Look at some of this. Now, we were just raging a month or two ago about GPT-4o image generator, but I think the text on Imagen 4 is insane. So I thought, what if I could use Gemini CLI to create something that messes about with Imagen 4 and see how far we get. And just because I love a challenge, and it's not like it's late in the evening here in the UK, I'm actually going to crack open Supabase and try and use an MCP with Gemini as well and see if we can get it working with Supabase. So there's the challenge. Thank you, Marcel, for correctly identifying I needed to type npmi-g for the global install. So yes, that's right, Kay. Gemini CLI, believe it or not, it's absolutely insane. We got Uruguay in the house as well. This is really good stuff. Okay, so I'm also told, like, it's the gift that keeps on giving, that Gemini CLI can also read the web. So whereas before, like, you know, with my other apps that I use a lot, like for coding with AI assistance, heavy AI assistance, of course, I'm having to copy and paste documents from across the web. Apparently, Gemini CLI can read the web. So we're going to test this out. I don't really know what to give as my first prompt. I'm a little bit like, let's just see. Okay. I'll create something really simple. Let's not go too nuts, first of all. I want you to spin up for me an amazing looking web app. Use like Node and React or something like that, so I can run it locally. And allow me to use the very latest image generation model from Google, and basically give me a big prompt box and a big big generate button with sparkles emoji on and allow me to create images that my heart desires. Okay, and I'm just going to type this in. It will use Imagen 4. Now, I'm already going to test Gemini CLI because this was released yesterday. So it will have to go to the web to understand how it works, I'm thinking. Warming up the AI hamsters. Oh, my goodness. Beginning the build. They've got a sense of humor at Google, haven't they? Mapping out the implementation. Okay, so do I want to do all kinds of crazy stuff at my command line? Yes. Let's say allow always. Let's go into full YOLO mode and see what happens here. Okay, it's still mapping things out, and we're like waiting to see what happens here. How does it compare to Claude Code? Okay, is asking. I don't know right now, but we're waiting to see whether it's actually good. Remember, it's literally just a couple of hours old, Gemini CLI, so we'll wait and see. It's taking its time. It's taken 24 seconds, and it's already come back with something now. This is not like one of my slick videos where I make millions of edits. This is actually happening in real time. Happy hacking. What's going on here? It's installed a bunch of packages. Okay, that's cool. Okay, what did it say? First, I'll create a server.js file. Wow. I'm going to say yes, allow always to everything. I'm not even going to read what it's doing. I'm just going to let it spin something up. Let's at least see something pretty. Have I created a custom MD file? I suggest you do it. No, but maybe I'll, once I get through this first initial prompt, I'll ask it to do that itself, and then we'll see how that goes. By the way, while this is rolling away, oh, it's already failed to edit something, so that's interesting. I wanted to show you this insane thing. It seems I'm having trouble locating the exact string to replace an index. Okay, well, it's agentic. At least it's doing it itself and it's not falling over. I've used 1% of my Gemini 2.5 Pro context for today, which is pretty good. So they dropped Imagen 4 in Google's AI Studio. We'll just look at this while Gemini CLI works away, and you can type things in and it makes really good stuff. Make me a picture of a big cup of coffee, and above it, in a nice neon sign, put create a magic with sparkle emojis, and then put a really tired English gentleman in a tweed suit trying to drink the coffee but not quite able to. So not only has it got really good context understanding, let's run this, but it also includes words in the images. So this Gemini CLI is still rolling away. So we'll see this will pop up in a moment. It'll spin around and pop up something from Imagen 4. I'm using Imagen 4 Ultra. So that should be really good. Okay, it's still doing stuff over here at the CLI. Wow. Oh, create a magic. That's wild. That's wild. It did say, and I did actually say in my prompt, create a magic, because it never transcribes me. Let's get this right. Create or magic. And Gemini CLI still rolling away. In orange, make it exciting like rainbows and unicorns and stuff. And then we'll roll this again and see what comes up. This is Imagen 4 in action. This seems to have written something. What have we done here? Okay, it's asking me for human input. Now that the front end is mostly in place, I'll get the back end server. Are you kidding me? Front end and back end? By the way, I'm loving this. This is going to be my new thing. I'm going to download. Can I download that? Oh yeah, I can. I'm downloading that. That I'm not losing. That I'm keeping. That's a keeper. Let's roll it again and see what comes up. See if the next one is good. I'll start the Node.js server in the background. Yeah, always allow it. Always, always. And maybe we'll get something that we can see. So it's whirring this up. It's wanting to connect to terminals and stuff like that. Oh, it's wow. Okay. Yeah, that's I got to say that's the worst UI I've ever seen, but it's something. And it's saying compiled successfully, but the agent is still rolling. So I'm going to let it still roll while we look at better things like rainbows and unicorns and British gentlemen in tweed suits trying to drink coffee, but not quite getting there. Let's download that. So this is really, really cool. And we'll also, this is still working away. It's been working for 37 seconds. We'll answer some of your questions in the chat as well, because many of you are saying, hello. Hello to Tom from Edinburgh, first joiner of one of your live streams, and wanted to say thanks for the great stuff on YT. Really appreciate it. My pleasure, Tom. Good to hear from you. I'm actually going to Loch Lomond in the Trossachs National Park very soon, so I've never been before. I hope it's good. What mic is he using? I'm using the Electro Voice RE20. It's a pretty decent mic. This has been rolling away for 66 seconds now. What do I see the advantage of versus the integrated agents in Windsurf or Cursor? So that's a really interesting question. Thank you so much. Lovely comments coming in. Thanks for the information. Interesting to see how fast tech is moving. Yeah, it's hard to keep up, isn't it? Is Google CLI free? Yes, it is. Just install it and run it, and apparently it's free. You get like 1,000 calls a day, which is incredible. So I think the moat and the proprietary stuff that the different coding tools have at the moment is they're all basically using the same model, like Cursor, Windsurf, etc. are using Claude 4 right now, but it's how they use it that is the unique proprietary thing. So maybe Cursor is doing a load of different agent calls and tool calls under the hood in a different way to, say, Windsurf. And Claude Code definitely is on a completely different level and really elite and superior. And that's the secret sauce at the moment. So yes, everyone can use the same model, but not everyone can use it the same way. That's why you get all these people like, you know, selling prompt templates, because someone can type a rubbish prompt and it doesn't come out very well, and someone can do a really good prompt and things go absolutely incredible. So let's have a look here. It's still compiling and doing things. Oh, accepting edit, shift tab to toggle. It's just accepting. That's good. It's taking a long time to do all this, which is crazy. Speech to text alternatives for Windows. I'm using Mac. I think available for Windows, I'll put it in the chat, is Whisperflow, which is the current tool that I'm trying and using. I'll also, because it might make sense to you, if you want to join my 4-week app building cohort, I'll put the link to that as well, in case you're interested. My normal vids, I would disclose all API costs at the end of each video. Good work, by the way. I'm responsible for getting you into vibe coding, slipping slowly. That's epic. The more people that can vibe code, the better. I think it's the future. And the thing we've got to remember is it's getting easier and easier, like by the moment. So by the moment, you know, and I'm so pleased, Lisa, to make these videos. Thank you for saying that. But honestly, it's my pleasure. And, you know, I always play with every tool. I try to keep up. I try to keep running, but it's like the treadmill's getting faster and faster and faster. And I was just playing with, I've been playing with Lovable a lot recently, which is totally the opposite to Gemini CLI, which, by the way, seems to be stuck at 219 seconds. And I played with Lovable like 4 or 5 months ago. And it could do basic stuff, but then the moment you needed a database or anything like that, it would start going really crazy. And now I played with it like just the other day, and I was like, oh, wow, 5 minutes and I've got like everything integrated. So this is all getting solved very fast. Don't know what's going on with my app. It's still refining quite heavily, but we have, it actually spun up this React app here. I don't know. Old British gentleman trying to sip tea in, I don't know, in Spain. I don't know. Let's get the I don't know out. Because I'm just tired. I don't know. Generate. No, of course it doesn't work. But I wish I could see under the hood what my agent has been doing here for 274 seconds. But anywho, I want to try and provide maximum value in the short time we're together on this live stream and tell you what I know so far about Gemini CLI. I did not have early access to it. I literally just have fired it up at the same time as you're getting access to it. So if we have a look over, what are we looking at here? Over here at the instructions while this rolls away, we can read some stuff. So installing is a breeze. You just run one of these commands. I ran the npx incorrectly, and it was pointed out in the comments that running npm install-g makes Gemini available to me globally in my terminal. So I'll be doing that in the future. Pick a color theme, authenticate with your Google account, blah, blah, blah. You can increase your limits if you actually set an environment variable with your Gemini API key, which is pretty much a breeze to get going. They've got some examples here, so you can create like Discord bots. I'm a bit concerned that this agent is just doing something and not telling me what it's up to for like nearly 5 minutes now. I have no idea what it's doing. I might have to Command C that in a second. You can look at an existing project, look over a code base. You can describe a system's architecture. You can work with existing code. You can automate your workflows with MCP servers. And this is something I really wanted to do, but it's taking a long time. What if I hit Shift Tab? Oop, Okay, no, we'll keep that on. Yeah, it just got stuck. I don't know what it's doing. Is it still doing something? Let's see. The backend server is running. Now let's start the React development server to see our beautiful UI. You call that a beautiful UI? I'm not so sure. Oh dear. I don't know. Vote in the chat. Should I Control C, Control C, or should I just leave it? Maybe it's trying to become sentient. I don't know. I did watch an interesting YouTube video earlier. Very high quality stuff. I'm trying to remember who sent it to me. Someone sent it to me. I think it's my friend Stephen. So thank you, Stephen, for sending that. Sent me a YouTube video. See if I can find it. It's vaguely interesting. Oh yes, it's done by the very good English gent at AI Explained. Made a video just the other day about when will AI models blackmail you. And apparently, according to that video that I watched, highly recommend you watch it yourself. Gemini apparently was the worst in a sandbox environment at blackmailing people. It's a bit of a worry, as it's made by Google, right? It can read everything, but there we go. Yeah, this is stuck. Oh dear. I was getting so excited. Let's just Control C, and shall we kill it? Let's do it. Okay. So it's been running for 14 minutes. Whatever that is, it's used 2 minutes and 6 seconds of API, 107,000 just over tokens, no charge at the moment, and all it's generated me is that. So we'll go back to Gemini and we'll start again. Oh, this is really annoying. I'm going to run that command, the global command, to get it installed. This one right there, and then we'll have a play with it. And I also wanted to see if I can get like maybe a Supabase spun up, and but let's see. Okay, here we are. So let's just see. First of all, tell me about this code base. I don't actually know what is in that code base. Maybe I should consider having a look. It's okay. It's found some stuff. Let's see. Gemini image app. Okay, yeah, this is the code base here, and it's made a server and things like that, which is okay. So compiling insights. So let's see what it's got. It's a React application created with Create React App. Yep. Okay, good. So that will give it some context of what we're doing here. Okay, to make it work, you need to implement the image generation logic in server.js, likely by calling a service like Google's Gemini API. Okay, so let's try this. First of all, I can see the front end is there, but it doesn't look very beautiful. Can you make it look really beautiful, like the kind of website Apple would create? And let's just run that prompt, and hopefully it doesn't take ages, and it'll update this ugly interface. Okay, it's making CSS, which is good, implementing those Apple-inspired styles, which is great, and yes, allow always. And hopefully, because it's a React app, it should update in real time when Gemini makes the changes. And then we'll see, we'll go step by step. We'll see if we can hook the Imagen 4 API into the back end of this app. And if we manage to get that far, then we might go and try and use an MCP tool as well. But you can see actually, as I'm actually going along here in real time, that my 10 or 15 minute videos usually take me hours to film because there's a lot of waiting around and things don't always go the right way. Gemini 2.5 in Cursor has been very painful since the last update. Sorry to hear that. What am I using to stream? I'm using a Rodecaster video. It's really, really good. Okay, and this is going through. What about Jules by Google? I've not used it yet at all. Okay, let's always allow everything here and see if we can get something working. Hopefully now it's going to make these updates. Oh, there we go. Oh dear. I hope it's done that because it hasn't written the CSS file, because that looks even worse. We'll see what comes to be. It's modifying the index at the moment. It's taken 19 seconds to do that. So it's not fast, but it is doing things. I'd love to get it to a stage where I can actually type in a prompt and get Imagen 4 hooked into the back end. That would be in my opinion, a win. In the meantime, you can actually just run Imagen 4 from AI Studio, which is amazing. British gentleman drinking tea on a boat cruising the Mediterranean with a sunflower on his head. And the text, Gemini CLI in the background. Let's just see what comes up there. Yeah, the one thing about Gemini CLI is it's not fast, okay? This is live, and this is how it is. Whereas Claude Code is like whoosh, 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 really fast. That's not too bad, is it? You see, I think that we've got a new winner on our hands here in terms of very good text inside images. I wonder if it can do infographics. Make me a really cool infographic to describe what my course is about. And we'll make this in 9:16. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy my whole syllabus here from the course that I'm launching next week. And I'm just going to paste that all in. I don't know if it'll like it as an image generation model, but let's see if it will make a nice infographic out of all that info. Be cool if it did. Meanwhile, Gemini is taking ages to do anything. It seems to get stuck. I don't know if it's under heavy demand. Wow, that is nuts. Okay, it missed out week 2, but that is, it's okay. I'm just looking at it at a closer inspection here. Your EU for course Louvre's utterly under oh no, it's rubbish actually. Sorry, I spoke too soon. But yeah, you know, one thing I did read about Imagen 4 is it works better if you give it up to 25 words. Anything over 25 words, and it goes a bit haywire, as you can see there. But at least you can see it's kind of capable of it. But I think you need to put less text in. I'm really tired of waiting for Gemini CLI to complete the commands that I'm asking it to do. So we'll see. We'll see if it gets any further. You know, but for free, you may as well give it a go. I wonder if this has just gone too far and I need to start again. Let's just start again because this is not fun and compelling viewing, is it? So what have we got here? Let's look in the directory. Nothing. So we'll just get rid of the Gemini image app that it made. There's probably a lot of stuff there. I don't know. Oh gosh. Okay. We need to sudo it, don't we? Let's get rid of all of that. And then we can start again. Right. Okay. Start from fresh. Spell Gemini correctly. All right, here we are. Okay. I would like you to create me a simple app that allows me to type in a text prompt, click generate, and then it makes an image using the Imagen 4 API. Also, create me a file that tells you how this project is set up and how to enhance it in the future. And I'll say this file is called Gemini.md because I was told in the chat. Also, I can see it spelled Imagen wrong, which is kind of difficult. So, now I've gone, oh yeah, I can page through like that. That's not too painful. Imagen 4 API. All right, let's run that. This is a fresh new project now we're spinning up, and we'll see how that goes. Conceptualizing application structure. And this time I didn't tell it to use React. I'm just going to let it do its own thing. Maybe asking it to use React. No, but it's still using Node, so we'll let it do that. But hopefully if we give it a fresh start, maybe I just, we got too far. Run the same task in parallel in Claude Code. That's interesting. Backend dependencies are installed. Okay. What are we allowing now? Apply change? Yes, always. Let's see how far we can get with this. Backend server is now set up. Before proceeding with the front end, I'll create the Gemini MD file. Seems to be doing that. Okay, we're getting zippy now. I think last time something bad happened and it didn't like to work. How do you create effective Zapier Zap workflows? What triggers and actions should I choose to make a good workflow? I struggle to create good workflows in Zapier. From Viral Comedy Central. It depends what you're trying to do. I would always say try and architect out in your mind what you're going to do before you start building. And we got, I think that's Kenneth in the house. Hi. Try and think about what you're going to make and what apps you might need, and then jam with AI a bit as to what it is you might want to use, and try and find out the best sort of Zapier apps you want to use. And then I would just jam back and forward consistently with AI and try and do that. So, yeah, let's see. Okay, your application is running at localhost 3000. Refresh. No, it's not. Oh, dear. Well, we thought it was. You can open your browser to the address by the provided by the npm start command. Oh, maybe it didn't run it. Hang on. Well, let's, rather than confuse it, let's start a new terminal window and see if we can spin it up. So we'll change into that directory in another window, Gemini CLI. No, we just want to be in the root directory here. Okay, npm start. Nope. No. Let's see if we can get this out of the way and say fix won't start. And then paste in that problem and see if Gemini CLI can do anything to get my app running. Okay, it's searching, trying to do things, making changes. Listed 7 items. Let's see how we go. It's doing lots of stuff, investigating code updates, which is cool. And we'll see if we get any luck whatsoever with this. Anything at all? What is interesting is, it says you can now start your server. Okay, let's try that command again. Server listening on 3001. Okay, well, let's just update that over here. Well, that's handy, isn't it? That's the back end then. And the front end is trying to redirect me to admin or something like that. No, it's not. It's just not working. So that's just the back end. So I'll just say, okay, you seem to have created me a back end, which is running on localhost 3001, but I need a really beautiful front end to be able to type in my prompt and click generate, please. And we'll see if that fixes it. It says, yeah. Okay, we'll see what comes up here. While that's going, and it seems to be doing something, we'll open the Gemini Markdown file. So it says, yeah, npm install, npm start, all of that good stuff. It says front end is in React, back end in Node, so kind of what I asked for earlier, and future enhancements listed there. Good. So I guess I need to keep asking it to keep Gemini.md up to date. Okay, I've updated the front end, but there's nothing there at the moment. Hang on, I think that's a legacy URL. Let's try. Okay. Can you start the front end? Because I can't seem to access it. Let's see what happens. For designing the architecture for a Zapier Zap workflow, I would say Claude 4 is definitely the best. Oh, this is nice. So that's what I would architect in. Yeah, sadly, it does look like at the moment Gemini is a little bit off from Claude. We've got something nice here. Okay, rainbows in a cloud. Okay, generate, nothing happens. Okay, nothing happens at all. Okay. And it seems to be stuck on launching React Server, which is interesting. But everything is compiled and working. I wish I could see the context of what it's doing and what is taking this amount of time. I'm guessing it's just because the React Server is running in the background and Gemini can't escape out of that. So I might need to get out of this. And then let's see, that will bring my server down. Oh no, my server is still up. So where's my server running? I've got no idea where that process is running. This is, it's not ready for prime time yet. Not as far as I know anyway. So we've got 3001, which seems to be the back end. Yeah. And 3000, which seems to be the front end and seems to work. Let's go back into Gemini and I'll say, can you now make sure it works when I click the generate button? Ultimately, it should call via API. And then we'll put Imagen 4 and produce a beautiful looking image. Let's just see if that gets us anywhere. Our hamsters are working. Okay. Come on, you can do it, Gemini CLI. I believe in you. I believe in you. Front-end code is already set up. Well, I know that. Now I'll examine the back end and see how it handles image generation requests. I'll start by, okay, yes, allow. Okay. It's doing a lot of stuff here. Dependencies are installed. I'll start the back end. Remember to replace your project ID in Server.js with your actual Google Cloud project ID. That may be something that we could get into. This is potentially getting us somewhere. So I'm going to open my favorite code editor and look at Server.js here. What have we got here? Now, you see, I know for a fact already looking at this that it's not using Imagen 4. It's hallucinating there. Sadly, I thought Gemini would access the web for me and figure this out, but it doesn't seem to have done so in this case, because if I actually look at the Imagen docs here, let's have a look down here. You actually call, let's see, Imagen 4. This is Gemini image generation. We want Imagen. The actual model name is Imagen-4.0-generate-preview-06-06. And over there, it's hallucinated image generation at 004. So it's totally hallucinating. So I'm going to tell it it's messed up and see if it can fix that before I start putting any API keys or project keys. I'm going to be really specific with it as well. Do I want to allow execution? Let's just escape out of this. And then we'll say, okay, you've royally messed this all up. You've got no idea what you're doing. You've made a complete hash of this project, and I really need you to get your act together. You need to look at this web page, and then we'll paste in the web page. And then I want you to use this specific model, please, for my image generation. And then we'll copy. Gosh, going back to the old school, I thought it was just going to do everything for me. Paste in the exact model I want to use. I'm being very specific. And even Gemini CLI in their welcome to Gemini CLI docs did say the more specific you are, the better the result. So let's hit enter there. And I'm hoping it'll just call the web now. It's very meta. Oh, look. Okay, it wants to call a tool. This is a good start. This is meta because it's a Google tool calling a Google website to make a Google API work. You'd think it would just work, wouldn't you? You'd think Google would train on their own data. Surely they must do. But anyway, that aside, web fetch wants to run. This is brilliant. Let's allow always, and it's hopefully going to look at this page, which completely cuts web scraping or fire crawling or anything out of the loop if it can call a tool like this. But the question is, will it get all that information back and will it correctly implement the API in the back end? Okay. Content processed from prompt, reviewing request. Is it going to hallucinate a load of stuff, addressing the model? Okay, you are right to point out my mistake. I apologize for the error. I will correct Server.js to use this model as you requested. I will also ensure the rest of your code aligns with the documentation you provided. Okay, this is an excellent start. Untangling neural nets. Well, I bet you are after what you did. My goodness me. How did I get the microphone directly into the command line? It's using a tool called Whisperflow, which I will link up for you now in the chat if you want to try. Okay, now it's trying to do all kinds of shell stuff, so let's do that. And, okay. It appears that port 3000 is already in use, probably because we've already got something running on it. Would you like me to try starting the front end on a different port? No, kill whatever's running on 3000 and start it there, please. Let's see if it can do that. And in the meantime, what I might do is just take a new peek at what it's done with my server.js code. Oh, we've got to allow it to... Oh, it's running a command line thing to kill 3000. That's interesting. It can do anything on my computer. That's a bit worrying. Let's run everything. Might delete everything. Now that I've stopped... Oh, yeah, okay, this is good. This is working. Okay. Google employee sweating profusely trying to use the command line. Let's use that as a prompt. Of course, it's not going to generate. It's still not all hooked in. And that's probably my fault now because I haven't hooked in my back end stuff. So I need to do that. But it's still doing something over here, even though it says it's done. What I was going to do though is take a look at the code it's written now and see what we've got here. So we've got all of this. Yes, it's correctly using Vertex AI, which is a great start. Seems to want to run on port 3001. I think this is the back end though. And it is correctly now using the correct Imagen model for a start, outputting in JPEG. We've got a generate endpoint there. Good, good, good. Okay, this looks good. And okay. So that is not a long amount of code, but it should do things. Let's go to 3001 / generate. See what that does. No, it can't do anything at the moment. Okay, never mind. It still spent 79 seconds and I don't know what it's doing. I have no idea what it's doing, but it says it's doing stuff. And this is the problem. It seems to just get stuck and say it's up to all kinds of stuff. The last time I left it running over 5 minutes and it wasn't telling me what it was doing. I am missing the project ID. All right. Well, yes, you got me there. So let's get my project ID and pop that in because that is going to be a key part to it. And we'll just leave Gemini agentically doing whatever it wants to do on my computer. So where is my Google Cloud Console? There. We've got Vertex AI API enabled, which is good. So I don't know if there's any secret keys. So I'm just going to switch to my wonderful camera here and see if I can find my project ID. Where's my project ID? Oh, yeah, there it is. Project ID. Okay. Actually, I don't think that's super secret. So I think that's okay. So let's go back to the screen share. Save that in there. Boom. Save, and then we will go back to the React app. I'm going to copy that prompt, generate. Still not working. Maybe I need to restart. I do get worried that Gemini CLI just gets stuck like this, and I don't know what it's doing. So it's time to Control C again and Gemini it again, and I'll say, please restart this application, kill any running processes of it, and restart it. Let's see if that works. Yeah, Marcel, you're right. I would have thought I'd need an API key as well, which is weird. Because otherwise, technically anyone can use that, right? If I'm not giving an API key, which shouldn't be allowed. But I don't know exactly where. Oh, no, there is a requirement. I think it's missed that, the Gemini API key. It seems to have missed that. Right, allow. So we need to tell it that it's missed that out too. Oh, man. It's no Claude code. Not yet, at least. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're right, Luke. I definitely need an API key. And I have one. That's the good news. So if we can get there with this, let's just restart everything. And in the meantime, I'm just going to cut to my camera because I know where my API key is. And as much as I love you, don't want to share my API key with you. Share everything else, but not my API key. Let's see here. Get API key. Show it on my screen. Copy. All right. And we'll just place that somewhere super secret on a secondary screen over here. All right. My API key is ready to copy and paste now as I need. And let's go back to Gemini. It's still asking me to do all kinds of things. Okay, it's restarted it. Happy face. No, of course that's not working. Diagnosing port conflicts. Vibe coding at its best, Mario. Yes, you're absolutely right. Do I know how to code or just code with AI? So I've got enough knowledge to kind of know what's going on, which is really helpful. Because yeah, if I didn't, then I'd be completely stuck playing with Gemini CLI. But yeah, I'm not a developer by trade, professional developer, but I have I've built a company over the last 20 years where I've basically been the CTO. So I've done all the technical stuff in the company. So yeah, I'm well aware of spinning up servers, environment variables, API keys, blah, 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 blah. Thanks, Juan. You are me. Okay, I don't like that it just keeps getting stuck, but this is real life. This is not one of my super slick cut together. Boom, 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 5 minutes. Gemini CLI is so cool. Try it below. This is like, actually, no. But, you know, this is raw. This is real. So we're going to have to exit out, and I'm going to have to end this video in a second, I think. Right, Gemini. Okay. So in server.js, you didn't give me anywhere to insert my API key. Can you make that happen, please? And then maybe it'll work. Don't rush perfection, it says. It's taunting me now. Okay, examining the code structure. Yeah, I'd stick with Cursor or Lovable or Claude Code. You know, yeah, what more can I say? It's got great promise, you know, and we're seeing the early stages of Gemini CLI. But you're going to spend a lot of time staring at a screen, I think. Okay. Oh, now it wants to install all kinds of things. Why is it deleting that? That's my project ID. Oh, dear. Feeling very much vibe coding. You'll need to replace your project ID with your actual project ID. Well, I just did, and you deleted it. What? It's gaslighting me now. What? This is insane. Okay. Right. So it's, again, it's, what is it? What has it done? It's commented out everything here. Oh, no, it's not. It's just given me a load of comments on what I need to do. Okay. Right. So where do I put my key? There's nowhere to put the key. Okay. Alternatively, you can create a service account and set the Google application credentials environment variable to the path of your key file. Oh my goodness. The easiest way to authenticate is using the Google Cloud CLI. All I wanted was an API key to use Imagen 4 on this very simple app that I've spent like 48 minutes vibe coding. Okay. Okay. Install the G-Cloud CLI. Authenticate with your user account. This is just like, it's just making it harder than it should be. I really don't want to have to do all that environment stuff and like install the Google Cloud CLI. All I want is to be able to hard code an API key into server.js. Please make it happen. Obviously, we wouldn't do this in production, but I just want to show you guys. Just you know what I mean? Google is such a Google. It's comic. Yeah, it's comic. Someone's going to clip this into a short, and I can feel it. Okay. Okay, it's adjusting authentication approach. It's like, it's fine. I get it. Best practice is to do X, Y, and Z, but like, can we just hard code an API key so I can make something work? I understand while not generally recommended. Oh, and then it's gone off. Okay. Has it done? Yeah. What? Service account key. This is looking interesting. Okay, I've updated. You can now paste your service account key directly into the service account key object. Remember to also replace your project ID with the actual project ID. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, this is a little more convoluted. Okay, but we can do it, I think. So, this is spaghetti code. Let's see here. Credentials. Right, project ID. It's erased that, so I need to go back and get it from here because it decided that it wasn't required, but obviously it is. Let's copy that. And that can go in there. And then I need to make a service account. Oh, man. Okay. All right. I'll make a service account. I'll cut to me on the screen because that's going to reveal a load of super secret keys on the screen. So I need to go into, let's see here. Credentials. I can show this on the screen. Credentials. And then I need to create a service account down here. Manage service accounts. Create service account. Okay. Gemini CLI convoluted test. Okay. I think that's going to be good. So I'll create, and you probably don't want to see this. Continue and give me some credentials, ideally. Okay. Manage keys. No. Okay. Manage details. This is not ideal. Add a key. Let's add a key. Create new key. JSON. We're getting somewhere. JSON key. Oh, it's given me a JSON file to download. Sorry, you can't see this. All right. Okay, it's given me what I wanted. So this is good news. I will cut back to my app and back to my screen. I'm not showing all this lovely API stuff that it's given me, but I'm going to copy and paste that into my server.js because I know that is what's required to make this work. Okay, that's now saved in my server.js. Okay, I think this is going to work now. Can you restart the front end and back end, please? Please don't edit any files because I've just spent ages generating the correct keys. Okay, yes, always allow. Yes, always. Boom, boom, boom. Looks like something's already running. Do you want me to try? Yes. Always allow. And we'll see. Okay, it's done it. It's working. Happy face. Generate. No. What? Oh, it's planning server restart. Is it going to take another 5 minutes to plan the server restart, though? That's my worry. What about the back end? Nope, that's not even running. Okay, we'll get out of this. Okay. Kill the front end and back end and give me the commands I need to run from my terminal to make them both start. Do not run them yourself. Just give me the commands. Let's see if this works. Okay. Yeah. Allow. Boom. Let's see. No, that doesn't look good. Locating the backend process. Can we do this? Okay. Going to try to start the backend server. All right. So let's see. Hopefully this is ready. So I've got a miniature terminal over here, and I'm going to try and run those commands. So let's start the backend and see if that works. Yep, that worked. And now we should hopefully, yep, that worked. And then the front end is not working yet because now let's open a new window, new terminal here, and we'll see if we can run npm start. Ooh. npm install. No. Could not read package JSON. No such file. This is fun, isn't it? npm start. That doesn't work. I'm getting a huge error. Yes. Yes, that's a great way to describe it. Torture coding, not vibe coding, torture coding. CD into the folder. Oh, yeah, you're right. Escape. Whoa, thank you. Thanks for catching that. That's why I love working live, because I don't make dumb mistakes. Okay. What did we say? NPM start? Good. Seems to have done something. Let's see. No. We've got a back end running. No. I managed to start the back end, but the front end is not running. What command do I need to run to make that work? Let's see. Thanks so much for pointing out that I was in the wrong folder there. Oh, sorry, CD client. I'm still in the wrong folder, aren't I? Okay, sorry, CD client. And then, yes, it's told me what to do and I was ignoring it, thinking it was hallucinating. Now we're cooking. Look at that. Okay. Happy face? Oh, but hang on. We can see server logs, hopefully, over here. So this is the front end and this is the back end, which is doing all kinds of weird stuff. Oh my goodness me. Let's restart the back end because it'd be good just to get one error rather than 50 million of them. So we're here, we click generate, we get that. Let's copy and paste that to Gemini CLI. That's quite a lot of error there. Okay. When I click the generate button on the front end, the back end gives me this error. Please fix it. And then let's paste that error in. Oh my goodness. I'm losing the faith. How is the audio thing? So I think, Arthur, you're late to the party. I posted it in the chat and also it's in my community. You should join my community. While we wait for this to work, definitely go ahead and join my community. There is a free section, there is a premium section, and I'm just about to start a 4-week AI app coding course as well. Well, no coding course, actually, using AI tools. So if you're interested in any of that, it all starts at mrc.fm/CMC. We're posting in there right now, and we can maybe continue our thoughts on Gemini CLI there as well. Okay, it's thinking about replacement strategy. It's read the file. What do I think about Cursor versus Claude Code? Working with a large code base. I would say Claude Code. Fire up Claude Code /init. Let it read your code base, let it understand it, then create a claude.md file, which gives basic instructions on how things run, and let Claude Code go to work. That's what I would do. Definitely. But run it inside Cursor, and then you get visibility on everything as well. Okay, it's identified the authentication issue. The error occurs because, okay, the application is not correctly authenticated with Google Cloud. I will fix this by modifying more secure standard. This will remove your hard-coded service account key. Oh, okay. It really wants a service account key. Right. As much as I like Imagen 4, I'm going to escape that. Okay, I've completely given up on trying to integrate this. Can we use a completely different image generation model? And I would like to use Flux via Replicate. Here are the documents. Maybe I just picked the wrong thing to try and build in this live stream. So we'll just change direction. We'll pivot and I'll just find the Flux Replicate page. So, okay. Hang on. There we go. Here's Replicate. Replicate is really good. And we've got Flux 1.1 Pro. This is quite good. Or should we use Ultra? Let's just go for Pro. I think that should be enough for my needs. This is nice. API. This is nice. Okay. And then I'll just paste in the URL and it should be able to read everything. And all I should need to give then is an API key to my Replicate account and we'll get this baby running. And then, Yes, okay. So it wants to fetch. This is a really cool superpower. Now, I'm willing to admit it's user error, most likely, with Gemini CLI. I don't really think it's this bad. I think it's the fact I tried to do something complex like using Imagen 4, and now hopefully we're going to move fast now by asking it to change tack. So you notice one of the superpowers here with Gemini CLI is it can browse the web easily. Just allow, and now it's going to read those instructions. It's going to get it into my app, and it's probably at some point or another going to ask me for an API key, which I will give. So let's see if I can get an API key ready for this. That would be handy. Okay, it's trying to install a replicate node module. That's absolutely fine. I'll create a temporary token called Gemini CLI that we'll use. And I'll have that at the ready. It's finishing up with my server file. Be interesting to see how this changes things, because I'm sure it's going to really dramatically change everything in there. Update server.js to use replicate API with the Flux model. This will replace everything. And I can actually see over here it has updated the code, which is good. So what do we got here now? Make sure to set the replicate API token environment variable. Okay. All right, cool. This is looking good. All right, this is looking much better. Okay, so I'm gonna export my API key. So let's do that and see if we can get this working. I need another terminal window. So new window. And then over here, we're going to export replicate API token equals, and then I need to copy that token off screen preferably and paste it so I can get that in. Okay, I think that worked. The front end should be able to generate images with Flux now. So is the back end running? Yes. Is the front end running? Yes. Happy face. And then we'll click generate. No luck. But maybe I just probably need to restart everything, don't I? Got a feeling I need to restart the back end. Okay, I've restarted the back end. Generate. No, it's still having an issue, I think. Okay, but it's not bad because it tells me replicate API token is not set. So I think it's because I put replicate API token on a new line. So let's try that again. Just copying this bit and then replicate API token. Bear with me as I do all this. I want to have a happy face on my screen. Okay, I think that worked. Generate. Might need to restart the back end again. So I'm going to restart the back end again. Boom, boom, restarting back end. Happy face. Nope. Am I using export or something different? Is it export on Mac or something different? Need to start the server when you exported the key. Okay. So in that case, we'll go to let's just figure this out. I want to do this on Mac, and I think I'm doing something wrong. So let's try and get that. Maybe we can. Oh, I know the mistake I've made. I've been doing it in the wrong terminal window. Let's try one more time to see if I can make this work like a beast. So that, and then this, and then generate. Yes, yeah, generating. Now, interestingly enough, that didn't do anything, but I've got the back end on my second screen, and actually it did something. It did something. It gave me all of this back, which seems very, very positive. So now I think we just need to tell, oh, I've just exposed my replicate API token. Nice. Let's re-roll, shall we? Don't worry, I'm deleting that token. But we're getting somewhere. So let's just copy that. Okay. Let's just say, seems to work, but front end doesn't show result. And also, I think the back end needs to do something to grab the result in order to show it on the front end. Please fix it. This is what the back end is showing when a prompt is typed into the front end. And then we'll paste this all in. Boom. We'll let Gemini CLI do its thing. Okay. Let's see. Gemini CLI 2. I've corrected the model version. Okay, well, this is a good start. And now we'll copy a token, and then we'll just put that token in off screen. Just doing that now. Paste. Boom. Start the backend server. All right. Let's generate that happy face. Generating your image. This may take a moment. Oh, man. Google CLI is epic. Look at that. It works. It works. That happy face is an indication that it works. Let's generate again. Oh, man. So just Imagen 4 didn't want to play the game with me. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That's my happy face generator. Nice. Oh, this is so cool. That's brilliant. And we got something working. That's insane. Okay. Can you make the front end look a bit nicer, please? And also generate 4 different images at the same time. Yes, Marcel. We've been waiting too long for this. Seems good, right? We got there. So I think the take home so far from playing with Gemini CLI is it's definitely capable. It can read the web. You can use 60 uses a minute, 1,000 uses a day. It's completely free of charge. It's very powerful, Google Gemini 2.5 Pro. Like I say, I'm using it as my day-to-day LLM at the moment for general tasks. And also, yeah, it's got a load of good features. MCP. Let's try. Go on. I'm going to have a punt at doing the full thing, the MCP as well. But now I see it's updated it to be Flux image generation. It hasn't really made it more beautiful. It's just changed the front end. Google employee sweating over a keyboard trying to make something to work. Okay, it says it's done. It says restart. Oh, hang on. Let's hold that prompt, and we will just restart the front end, which I can pretty easily do. Boom, and yep. Okay, didn't really make it that much more beautiful, but is it going to make my Google employee? Oh, have I broken it again? Or did it just not want to do that? Let's try happy face again. Generate. No. It's broken it. You've broken it. Oh, no. One vibe prompt. This is pain coding, not vibe coding. So it was working a minute ago, but now it's not working. Great. One prompt telling it to improve the UI, and it doesn't work anymore. Nope. Okay. And we've got an error showing up on the back end now. Okay. I don't know what you did there, but I asked you to alter the front end. Don't touch the back end. You seem to have done something, and now the front end no longer shows anything, and I get this error in the back end. Yeah, Luke says us to roll back, but I'm just going to paste in the error and see what happens there. I had it working for a short, brief moment, but now we're not really doing so well. Just thinking about it, testing the integration. Okay. Oh, it wants to restart it. I don't want you to restart it. Let me do that myself. Oh, maybe we'll just let it do it. Go on, do whatever you like. Let's see if we can get this working. Okay. Boom, boom. All right, let's try with my happy face prompt. Generate. Please give me a happy face. No. Oh, man. Oh, man. Honestly, ask it to roll back. Honestly, really? This is not how vibe coding should be. It's throwing loads of errors. Let's restart the back end. It might have been that it updated the back end. I think we're going to have more luck now. Come on. No, we're getting a spaghetti errors in the back end, which is not great. Again. Oops. I lost that. Where's that? Where did it go? Is it this one? No. It's the node server. There we go. Let's copy this. Still getting problems. You had it working a moment ago and now you broke it. Let's see if it'll do anything. Investigating user frustration. Oh, Gemini CLI is so aware, isn't it? I apologize for the frustration. It's certainly not my intention to break things. Could you please provide the error? Yes. Boom. Come on. That's why I commit after every functional milestone, so I can roll back. Micro commits for the win. I agree, Luke. I've been burned so many times before. Obviously, we're messing about here in testing, but you're so right. I'll now add console log. Okay. Okay. Did we get something working now? Generate. And now we've got a new error. Ooh. Let's just put new error. Interesting, actually, that someone did say, can you compare with Claude Code? I think I've got Claude Code installed because this is painful. And I will maybe run them side by side while Gemini tries to break things further. We'll actually load up Claude Code in a new window and see what Claude Code can do for us. Let's make that bigger. And CD downloads, and then we'll make a directory called Claude Code, and then we'll CD into that, and Claude. Let's just make sure I'm not hallucinating here. So I've got Claude Code open over here. I can't make that too small, can I? It says, I apologize. I will be more careful in the future. Please restart your back end. So let's just see if Gemini fixed its problem. Restart Claude. Okay, fine. Boom, boom. Restart. Happy face. It's not even working. Hang on. Happy face. Generating. It's definitely cool. Oh, yes. And now we've got 4 happy faces with nice glows. Okay, well done, Gemini. Full marks. It's only taken me 1 hour and 13 minutes to get you to make this. Yeah. Okay, let's see how long it would take to do the same thing with Claude. I wonder if I can give Claude Code exactly the same prompts as I gave to Gemini in fairness here. So scroll all the way to the top, Gemini. What was the initial prompt? Oh, I haven't got the initial prompt that I gave, but I can give something similar. So let's give something similar. And for this, we will say, I'd like you to create me a beautiful web app that works with the Flux API on Replicate. And it asks me for a prompt. It gives me a big, lovely generate button, and it will generate me a picture using the Flux API. Here are the docs. Okay, so I think that's a similar prompt to the one I gave to Gemini, and we'll copy the Flux. I don't know if Claude Code can read web. I'm thinking it probably can. And let's compare side by side, not that, but this app and the one that Claude is going to spin up for me. Only using Sonnet at the moment. Research Flux API documentation. I did not give it a URL actually as well, which may be another stick in the works. But let's see what Claude Code does. Wow. Now look at that. I didn't even have to give the URL, and it's given exactly the URL of the model I want to use. That is so, so good. Okay. So it's Claude Code 1, Gemini CLI nil. Let's say yes and don't ask again. Let's see. The question is, what is it going to produce? Is it going to be utter slop, or is it actually going to be quite a nice looking interface? We'll let it do its thing. What I really like about Claude Code and why I think it's elite is it makes this to-do list. So it's like, need to research Flux API. Okay, done that. Now I need to create the HTML structure, and then it will be done. And you can see all the time what it's doing. Whereas with Gemini, it froze for like 5 minutes, and I didn't know what it was doing, which was worrying me. Implement JavaScript to handle API calls, style the web app with beautiful CSS, add image display and loading states. I've got a feeling that this is like pitching David against Goliath in one way or another. And I think we all know who David is in this scenario. I think you did actually paste the URL of... Oh, did I? Did I? Oh, yes, I did. Yeah, phew. Okay. I'm hallucinating now. Oh, Shift Tab. Yeah, good call. Shift Tab. Let's get auto accept on and let it roll away and see what comes up. It's doing its thing. And we'll see what happens here. It's done. It's ticking off that to-do list like a beast, which is nice. Oh, man. Sorry. I'm in love with Claude. This is just so nice. Look at that. Created a beautiful Flux AI image generator web app. And this took me less than 5 minutes. Beautiful design, blah, 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 blah. It's saved as Flux generator HTML and ready to use. Just open it in your browser, add your replicate API token, enter a prompt. It's thought of everything. Now, if I want, in the future, I can add it to the back end, but I love the fact it's getting me up and running without the headache of .env files and exporting variables. This is so cool. Okay, so I'm going to try and find where that is on my system. And so I made a... Has it literally just given me one HTML file? Okay, boom. Well, again, it's in terms of design, it is Claude Code 1, Gemini CLI nil. Although Gemini CLI is more basic, whereas this is a little bit more like, hey, and is it going to show? No, it's not going to expose my token on the screen, which is also very nice touch there from Claude Code. So we'll copy the token, we'll paste it there. It nicely tells me where to get it from. Describe your image, happy face. Look at this. This is something else that Gemini didn't do. I can choose to have like maybe a landscape. We can choose to output a JPEG, and we can choose a safety level, generate amazing image. And failed. Okay. All right. So, you know, it's a tie there on things not working on the first go. Yeah, I thought that was too good to be true. Failed to generate image, failed to fetch. Okay. So, we'll just say, we'll copy that. This is the error I get when I try to generate an image. I'm not sure if you need to, like, implement some kind of backend or something. Let's see what Claude Code does with that and if we can get it working. Yeah, Arthur's saying about a whole website with Claude Code. Yeah, it's elite. Okay, it's got the to-do list again, getting updated. Oh, now it's doing Node.js. Check it out. Oh, my goodness. Okay, and I can see actually in real time I've got my Finder window. This might be interesting to watch as it makes more files. Update the front end to call the back end. Test the complete flow. This is what I like. Yeah, Claude Code is elite. Definitely elite. It's making a server. And it's going to be testing things in a mo. So let's see if we can get that all working. And I'm waiting for it to be done. This is cool. Look at that. Beautiful code. Okay, says that it's done. So I'm thinking we might be able to do this. Now the app should work. Okay, refresh. Oh, hang on, but it's telling me to go to localhost 3000 now, which is interesting. It hasn't overtaken my Gemini CLI. No, that's my Gemini app. Let's see. Okay, well, we'll kill the Gemini version then. Or actually, I'll just tell it, can you just make it so it works on a different port, like maybe 3030, please? And we'll see if that is going to be okay. Making a mobile app with Expo React, that is definitely a tutorial in the waiting, isn't it? So, yeah, definitely I would love to do that in the future. That would be super cool. Okay, it says it works. So, let's see. Let's bring my terminal window on screen here. CD Claude code and npm install, I think. It's doing that. Development of mobile apps is definitely a lot more complicated, as Luke says, for sure. Okay, and then npm start. Look at this, beautiful emojis and everything. I'm so in love with Claude. What we got here? Oh no, it's 3030, isn't it? 3030. Oh, okay, cool. Now that's running on Node, which is awesome. Let's copy my replicate key here. Type in happy face. Generate amazing image. Failed to generate specified version does not exist. Oh. What have I done there? Oh, maybe I need to start the back end as well. That's probably what it is. So let's start a new window here. Lots of windows. Let's go here, and I think it'll be, yeah, Node server JS. Ooh, it doesn't like that. How do I start the back end? And perhaps it needs to be on a different port to the front end. What do you think? Let's see. Probably the missing piece there. Come on, you can do it. Okay. Oh, the current setup actually works great with both front end and back end on the same port. Here's how to start it. Oh, interesting. Let's check my logs. Oh dear. Not too good. Let's copy all of this. Also, I'm getting this error when I try to generate an image. And then we'll just copy that error. So you see, it's not all roses with Claude Code, but it's definitely getting to the result a little bit faster, I feel. So let's wait for it to do its thing. I just want to see a finished working product from Claude Code so we can give a fair comparison here between Claude Code and Gemini CLI. Now it should work properly. Okay, sounds good to me. Let's do npm start again. And we'll go back over here and we'll just try clicking generate. Yes, this is going to work now. Creating your masterpiece. Oh, no. Any console logs? Let's have a look. Console. Hang on, let's refresh. Copy my API key back into the front end. Happy face. Everything else remains the same. Interesting. I'll talk to Claude about that. Getting this error, and also when the image is generated, I just get a broken image link. Let's see what happens. Struggling to find the placeholder version ID. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Well, it seems to be working away on that, so we'll wait and see. It seems to want to handle everything okay. Restart your server. Let's do that. Boom. Refresh. Copy that key, paste it in there. Happy face. Generate. Any console errors? Maybe not. Maybe. Yes. Look at that. Works. Works. And I think that looks a lot nicer than what Gemini CLI made out the box there. It's pretty cool, isn't it? So, not too bad. I think I'll be sticking with Cursor mainly, but also Claude Code inside Cursor is an elite mix, I feel. Definitely an interesting experiment here. Let's try mixing it up. Landscape, JPEG, generate. We'll see what happens. Oh, that works. Generate. We can keep re-rolling. This is really good stuff. Okay. So yeah, I like it. I don't know if I'm brave enough now to try using an MCP with Gemini CLI, but it would be a nice way to round off this video, wouldn't it? Tell you what. How much did that session with Claude Code cost? Good question. So Claude Code. No, not that window. Claude Code. Yes, this window. If I get out of this, it should tell me that it cost me 53 cents to make that Flux image generator. 4 minutes and 40 seconds of API calls. You know, what model am I using? Wow. Claude Haiku and Claude Sonnet. Interesting. Feels quite expensive just to make that app, really. But I don't know. I am on pay-as-you-go. I'm using API calls. All right. Yeah, let's get out of Gemini here. What have we got here? Let's just, again, remove everything here. And we're back with Gemini again. And I'm just going to try one more thing. Okay, let's clear out everything there. And then switch to Opus and see the magic. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. So we're going to call this Gemini CLI MCP. I'm going to do it. And what the heck? Let's try Gemini CLI MCP. Okay, this is an empty folder. See, there's nothing in there. And we'll go Gemini. Oh, hang on. No, actually, let's make a settings.json file. And then we'll see if we can put in the Supabase MCP server settings. Supabase MCP. We'll see if we can create a quick database. So in order to do that, model context protocol, we need something like this. I think this is what we need, but I'm not sure. Is it going to be Linux or Mac? Doesn't matter, it's the same. Okay. All right, let's copy that over here into settings.json. And then we need to create a Supabase project. So we'll just call this, I don't know, test DB. So we're not doing anything funny with this. We'll stick it in Switzerland. Create the project. Okie dokie. What do we got? So we need to put in a couple of things here. Sadly, I have not used a Supabase MCP for a few days. Project ref. So we need to get the project ref and also the personal access token. I need to do that off screen, actually. It's probably the wisest way to do it. So project settings. I'm just looking inside project settings inside Supabase. I think project ref is the project ID. I feel like it is. So we'll go ahead and pop that in there. That's not secret, so I can put that there. But the personal access token will be secret. And I'll need to hide that in a second. Let's see. Supabase personal access token. Let's see if I can get an access token. Generate token. Yeah, I'm generating off screen. We'll call this Gemini CLI. Okay, it's generated me a long string. And I'll just put that in off screen like so. Supabase. There we go. Okay, exit out of that. Okay, so that should now be set. I think I've set up the JSON for an MCP server. Let's see. So if I type /MCP, no MCP servers configured. Really? That's interesting. Okay. Might need to try a bit harder. Okay. I'm just going to see if I can figure out how to do this. If it proves to be too complicated, we'll leave it. Let's get good old Chat GPT here and see what we can do. So I'm going to say here, I want to install an MCP server on Gemini CLI. Please explain step by step how to do it. And then we'll paste in the Gemini CLI MCP configuration here. We'll also paste in the Supabase. Let's see, Supabase model context protocol information. Let's copy all of that. Supabase docs. Let's see if it gives me any juicy info here. Get a token, name it something like this. Project ref, yeah. So I think that's what I did. Oh, okay, I've got to make a secret folder. That was my mistake. Okay. I knew it would be something fairly trivial. So let's make a Gemini directory, and then we'll move settings JSON to Gemini. Okay. Okay, so that, now I should be able to write Gemini /MCP. Oh, waiting for auth. Oh, yes, look. One MCP server is running on Gemini, which is great news. So if I go /MCP, yes, we have a Supabase MCP installed. This is really, really good stuff. Okay. I wonder if let's go for round 2 with the Flux Imagen API. And we'll say, I want to kind of one-shot this ideally. I want you to make a very simple web app that generates images using the Flux API at the address I'm about to provide you. And you should also use the Supabase MCP to create a database to log every single generation, including prompt, URL of image generated, and any other really cool features you think should be logged in the database. Set this all up for me automatically, please. Okay, this is looking good. Make sure there's no misspellings. Gosh, Supabase MCP, got that all right. So we'll paste in that. Okay, let's just check this prompt before I do it. So we're in Gemini CLI. We've installed an MCP server, which is connected to my Supabase with nothing in it. Let's actually bring that Supabase back on the screen now so you guys can see it over here. And the prompt is right here. I think that looks solid. Make a simple web app, Flux API. It should use Supabase MCP to create a database to log every single generation. Oh, I think another key thing is I want you to ask for someone to input their replicate API token on the front end, please. So that would be cool. All right. Let's see if we can get Gemini CLI using an MCP server. This would be super cool if that works. We will see. Don't hold your breath. But so yes, first of all, it's going off to read the API documentation. And I'm hoping if the MCP server is called correctly, we'll see this spin into action and it'll make a database inside Supabase for us. Okay, using one MCP server. Awesome, awesome. Okay, it wants to apply migration. always allow all tools from Supabase. Let's see. Refresh over here. Hasn't done anything yet. We'll wait and see. It appears I'm running into an issue creating a new branch at the database. Really? You can't set up the database. I can still build the web app. Why? No. I want you to... No. Why is it not working? I got the green light. Gave me a green light on Supabase. Said it's connected. Now it's telling me it can't do anything. It's a bit of an anticlimax. Okay, it's done everything there. We'll refresh. Okay, I've created index for your web app, so we can at least try and load that up from the Gemini CLI. So let's open that in a new window. Okay, very basic and ugly. Please use MCP to set up all the tables inside Supabase. I'd really love to get Gemini CLI using an MCP server. That would be super cool. That would show us what's possible. No guarantees here. Oh, wow. Create table. Did it work? Or I'd be happy. I've run into technical limitation. So it's just giving me SQL code to execute. Why? Let's try exiting and re-entering. And MCP is connected. Use MCP to set up all the tables for this app in Supabase. Permissions issues. Actually, you're right. Might be my bad. So, I wonder, maybe I didn't give enough permissions. But I think this is just a general access token. There's no... What tables would you like me to create? Create me tables to log all image generations using my app. Let's run that and see. Permissions. Let's see. Okay. Always allow. Is it still going to give me permissions issues? Read only mode and cannot apply. That's interesting. Okay. Dear. It's not working. Interesting. I don't know why, unless I've messed up in terms of not creating the right token. Let's try creating a new API key for it. And we'll just update, let's see here. Start a new terminal window. And we'll go into downloads, Gemini, CLI, MCP. And then I'm going to edit the settings off screen because it's got a live token inside it. And we'll see if we can get it to work any better. So this is not Google Gemini CLI. This is my problem here. Let's escape out of this, cancel, and back into Gemini. Can you set up tables for my image generation app using MCP? All the tables in Supabase to log every image generated, please. Let's see if it works on the third try. Oh, is it the actual JSON that it says read only? Interesting. You're right. That's eagle-eyed of you. Okay, you're absolutely spot on. It does say read only in the JSON file. So I'm going to remove the read-only flag and restart. That was very well spotted. Okay, this should work now. Not Gemini's fault this time. My fault. I didn't set up the MCP correctly. I would like you to set up database tables for my image generation app to log every image generation, including prompt, file name, and any other data you think is applicable to the app. Let's see if it calls the MCP tool and generates the tables now. I've removed the read-only flag from that MCP settings.json. Okay, it's using the server. It's probably going to ask me for permissions in a mo. So we'll see what comes up now. Ooh. It says it's going to do it. Okay, so yes, always allow. And hopefully refresh. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. It's done it. Yes, 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 yes. Success. I've enabled RLS. Good stuff. Nice. Yep. So proof there in the pudding that Gemini CLI can use an MCP very successfully. ID, created app, prompt, file name, image path. What else has it done? User ID, model, parameters. Oh, this is cool. Okay. Anything else I can help with? No. Let's see if it actually will work. And I don't know if it will because is it going to show my token in the clear? No. Okay, that's good. Enter your prompt. Happy face. Generate. Oh, we've got a fail to fetch again. Okay. This, let's speak it. This error when trying to generate image on the front end now. Okay, this is good. So I wonder if we can connect the dots here. Yeah, hopefully. Sorry for the volume being low. I'll speak up. I do maybe need a local web server. But anyway. Oh, that's interesting. Supabase MCP server. Oh, it's trying to make an edge function. Oh, actually, do you know what? That's not a bad idea, creating an edge function. Let's escape. Hang on. I'm going to do that. So an edge function is elite. Let's do that. Rather than trying to run it all on the back end, let's run it in Supabase as an edge function. Can you create me a brand new edge function in Supabase that generates an image that the user types in on the front end app, and it should use the Flux API? Here are the docs. And let's see if Gemini can use MCP to create an edge function in my Supabase over here. That would be cool if that worked well. And then we don't have to worry about back-end servers or anything like that. And it's using MCP. Okay, so first of all, it wants to use web fetch to visit the API documentation again. And then we'll see if it'll use MCP to create the edge function, which would be amazing. Edge functions, no edge functions yet. And I guess also we can store the secrets inside the edge function. So that takes all the problems off the front end. What is an edge function? I'm glad you asked. It's a good time to promote my course, which is open to early birds. Join in, and we talk about edge functions in week 2 of my course. Just go to the URL that I provide. But of course, I'm going to tell you. Of course, I'm going to tell you. But if you're interested to learn more, I am running a small cohort that starts on Monday, June 30th. That's next week. And we do 4 weeks. And basically, we get you an app launched in 4 weeks. So if you want to build something, get it out of your head and get the motivation and the accountability to do so, go and check that out. But an edge function, it's basically something that runs. Is it doing it here? It's doing something. It's something that runs up in Supabase. Yes, it's made it. Generate image flux. So what's really cool about this is Supabase handles basically the back-end stuff. So you don't need a back-end server because your front end can call an edge function. So think of it like a mini AI superpower that can run whenever you call it on demand. And you're not being charged for it when it doesn't run. And when it runs, it just uses a little bit of compute, generates your image, and then spits it back to the front end. It's a really slick way of doing things. And if you're using Supabase, it's crazy cool. We'll hopefully in a moment it'll work, and we'll see. Please try generating an image. Okay, it's going to try and use this edge function, generate. And notice this edge function was all made using MCP, using the Gemini CLI. So this is great. And we can go look at the logs here. And then let's keep the logs open while we get this very ugly generator. Let's refresh. Yep, I need to put my token in at the top. And hopefully we should get some logs pop up if the edge function works. Happy face. And then we'll click generate. Still failed to fetch. Oh, okay, hang on. Okay, thanks for setting up the edge function. Can you make sure that it's connected to the front end and maybe restart the front end to make it all work? And extra bonus points if I can store my API key in the secrets part of the edge function. Let's see what Gemini CLI does with this. Similar to, yeah, actually, do you know what, Kenneth? I was going to say exactly what you've just written there. It's similar to Amazon Lambda. I just think like, then I'll get, it's like, what is an edge function? I'll say, well, it's like Amazon Lambda. Well, what is Amazon Lambda? But yes, you're absolutely right. It's a serverless function. So it's something that runs on demand. So it's like, think of it like when you want to do something like send an email, right? You have to, in the olden days, you had to boot up a computer, switch it on, log into your Outlook and send the email, and then switch it off when you've done that. Yeah. And so doing that one task is like basically an edge function. And what you can do is you can have a server that runs all the time, and then you can just like, you can walk up to it and send email anytime you like. But an edge function or a serverless function only boots up the computer or the system when you need to do the thing. Hope that helps and doesn't make it worse. All right. This is doing things, deploying edge function. This is good. Let's look at secrets. Oh, yeah. It's got loads of stuff here. Supabase URL, Supabase, non-key. It's all in here. What did it say it's done? I've searched the documentation and found that I can use my secret name to access secrets within an edge function. I will now update generate image edge function to use a secret for your replicate API token. Okay, the command will set the secret for your project. This is good. And then I can, so this is the other cool thing is you can put all your secrets inside Supabase, so you don't have to have headaches with .env files running all over the place. They can just live inside Supabase. So let's allow this. And maybe we'll see replicate API appear here in a minute if the MCP server works correctly. Analyzing the front end. What did it say here? It seems like you don't have the necessary privileges. Non-interactive environment. Oh gosh, we don't want to be doing any of that stuff. Okay, don't worry about that. I'll just put my API key in manually and see if we can get this to work. Has been put into my edge function manually by me into the secrets part. So don't worry about doing that now. It should all just work. Just make sure it works well with the front end, please. And we'll run that and hopefully get some kind of success. Verifying front-end integration. Now might actually be a good time to save that and see if it runs. No, probably we just need to let Gemini CLI do its thing. I will deploy this. This is kind of positive, I think. Secret is there. Function is there. It's deployed. Let's go into it. Look at the logs. Nothing in the logs right now. Just taking some time to do this last little bit. Let's see. Still thinking through. This is the only thing that freaks me out with Gemini is it gets stuck for ages and then doesn't move on. But we'll see. It'd be lovely if this all worked. We've proven the concept already so far that MCP definitely works with Gemini CLI. Does it work well? I don't know, maybe user error. I'm coming across a few errors here. But, oh, rate limiting detected. Switching to Gemini Flash. Okay, I guess, oh my goodness, I've used 93% of my calls already, which is nuts. I've deployed it. It now waits for your image to be generated before saving the details to your database and returning the URL to the front end. Well, that looks crazy positive, but is it going to work? Let's refresh. Enter your prompt. So it's removed the need for me to enter an API key now, which is good. Generate image, generating. Failed to send a request to the edge function. No luck. Nope. Let's see if it can fix this error. Yes, that's right. Yeah, I've used 7% of this, and I've got 93% left. But maybe you're right, not the 1,000 calls a day. I think I'm now on Flash now, so not as elite as using Pro, which you can see it didn't take me long to run out of my Pro usage. So I don't think you can do anything serious on this at the moment. A Claude Max plan is going to get you loads. Although saying that, you could just bring your own API key in and pay as you go. But then, you know, why would you do that? Just get Claude Max and use Claude Code at the moment. But do not underestimate Google. They are always the sleeping giant. And I'm sure this is only going to get better with time. All right, let's see if this is going to work now. Maybe we can get something working. Pinpointing the root cause. Do you know what? I've not tried the $20 a month plan. I actually pay as I go with credits because I do all kinds of stuff. And usually I'm spinning up things, trying things, iterating, moving on, trying something else. And I haven't felt the need yet to pay for Claude Code monthly. I just pay for API credits. In fact, most of my AI usage is via the API. I very rarely actually hop into the GUI these days. This is taking ages. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Taking absolutely ages. It can be done. I believe it can be done. By the way, I just really felt compelled to do this live stream because, yeah, like I say, this has only been released a few hours ago, Gemini CLI. So as you can see, we're live here right now on YouTube, waiting for Gemini to do its thing. Oh, no, actually, I think it did it. I've deployed. Okay, have you, though? Have you? Happy face. Generate. Oh, this is positive. Oh. Return to non-200 status code. Well, at least it's a different error. And we got some logs as well. Let's refresh to see those logs. Syntax error. Okay, well, that's better than nothing, isn't it? This is good. I know it doesn't sound good, but it is good. So it's calling my edge function. This is awesome. So I'll just paste the recent error over there and see if we can get that fixed up for my edge function to work. Error on edge function. Check docs. And we'll link out to those docs, which are over here. Copy, paste, boom. Let's get it to fix because I feel like we're really close. Wouldn't it be elite if we built a Flux image generator that looks really ugly, but that's just what Gemini made. Claude is definitely more beautiful in the designs it creates. And we connected it to a database using MCP, and then we created an edge function via MCP as well to add an AI superpower to our app. That would be cool. So we'll just wait for it to do that. While we do that, yeah, So I wanted to hop on this. I was going to record a video, but I thought it's going to take hours. I've already been going at this nearly 2 hours. But if we type in Gemini CLI to YouTube, you'll see Sam Witteveen is number 1. Prompt Engineering is number 2. Developers Digest is number 3. And number 4 is AI Code King. Oh, I've got to say, I really like AI Code King and his panda mascot. He's very chilled out as well. I love his voice. Very nice. And I'm, there we go. I'm number 5 live right now. Very meta. This is me watching AI Code King and then scrolling to me, as that's like, it's YouTube Inception there. But yeah, so that's nice. So thank you for clicking through to this video and supporting it in the algorithm. Okay. That said, I think we're getting there. I think it's maybe updating the edge function, and we might be able to get somewhere further. I've deployed the edge function. Okay, this is good. Let's go back to our edge function here, and we'll see if we can get any further joy. It hasn't finished yet. Yes, is that right? AI Code King uses an AI-generated voice. It wouldn't surprise me. I don't know for certain, but his content tends to be pretty high quality. I like his stuff. There's a lot of creators I like out there, so maybe drop your favorite creators in the chat. If you've got some favorite creators that do similar stuff to me, let me know who I should be checking out. I've probably heard of most of them, but I'm just curious if there's someone that's not on my radar that's doing this kind of stuff. My YouTube feed isn't busy enough, so please let me know who you're watching. Okay, this is taking ages to finish up. So I wonder if I can just click generate and if the edge function will run. Oh no, we're still getting that problem here. Function received a request. It's doing all that stuff. But it's not happy about it, is it? API. Oh, now we've got the specified API doesn't exist. Great. Now we've been rate limited on Flash as well. Oh, no, I will deploy a very simple... No, don't deploy simple hello world. What's this? Error. Let's paste that in. I kind of feel that we'd get there faster with Claude Code or Cursor, but never mind. Yeah, Matt is brilliant. I like Matt. He's the OG. Isn't he nearly at like 1 million subs? That blows my mind. Okay, extensive logging. It looks annoying. It is annoying, Stainless, for sure. Come on, who else are you watching? Another vote for Matt there. Who else are you watching and enjoying on the YouTubes or otherwise? Would love to know. Really just doesn't want to do the work, does it? Dale, you're watching a lot of N8N creators, but who? Who in particular? Who is really like impressing you right now with their N8N creations? I would love to know that. This is painful. Let's just restart Gemini. And we'll just say, fix the edge function. Let's see. Maybe it'll do it this time. Can't guarantee it will, but maybe. If not, we might call it a day at the 2-hour mark, I feel. It's a good time to end it. So we've got some great suggestions coming in here. I'm going to copy paste your suggestions because a lot of them I have not heard of. Tim Cook, what, the guy from Apple? Using the correct full version hash in your code. If you're still having trouble, please share the relevant part of your code. I don't want to use stable diffusion. Oh, it needs a hash. I don't know if I can get you that. Let's see. Where would we get such hash from? I don't know. Does anybody know where we can get the hash? Otherwise, I'm going to call it a day. I think that's it, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. We had some fun, didn't we? Go and play with Gemini CLI. Let me know how you get on with it. And join me over in the community. The short link to go there is mrc.fm/CMC. And we can continue the conversation inside the Creator Magic community. Thanks so much. I really, really appreciate you being there.